Howdy, it's Uncle Paul, and on this cold Central Texas day, I have made a low-carb grilled cheese sandwich. Well, we finally got some cold weather here in Central Texas. Got some sleet the last couple days, not a whole lot, but you know, kids at the school, when they're not used to seeing, some of them may have never seen any snow yet in their lives, you know, they get a little excited. But you know, the weather like this though, it makes you want to have some good warm comfort food. And I like chili, and I can make some low carb stew as well. But something that I really enjoy on a nice cold day is a grilled cheese sandwich. But when you're doing low carb or keto eating, then you're not supposed to have bread. It's there's just too many carbs in it. So I finally decided to give in and make a low-carb bread recipe. However, I'm not much of a baker really, and I didn't, I'm kind of impatient with trying to make bread, my own bread. So I decided for the first time to make some bread in a mug in the microwave. I've wanted to do that for a long time and just haven't, but finally it's that time. Okay, so I got this recipe from a YouTube channel called Headbanger's Kitchen, and I'll link to it down below. And this is a guy who does low carb or keto recipes, and he also has a website. So I got this from him. Now I'm doubling the recipe. I'm doubling this recipe. I've done this once before, and so I'm doubling it. So I need a huge mug that my brother had. I had to rescue it from the shed. It had nuts and bolts and things in it. But this recipe calls for, well, I'm doubling it, so I'm going to give you what I've doubled. 60 grams of almond flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 2 eggs, 20 grams of melted butter, and I'm going to mix this all together and then pour it in the mug. Okay, it is out of the microwave after 2 minutes, and you can see how the bread is kind of pulled away from the sides of the mug, and it comes out very easily. It's very dense, and this right here, I use a big mug and double it because if I slice it thin enough with a serrated knife, I can get 4 slices out of that, usually. Ethan's also working on a little experiment of his own.
Okay.
So what all you got in there?
Apples, apples, oranges, peaches, strawberry yogurt, and milk.
And peach juice.
And peach juice.
And that's it?
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
It's pretty thin. It's pretty good.
Is it okay? That first little reaction there, I wasn't sure. So, okay, good. I just finished reading Sam Ducharme's book about his thru hike of the Appalachian Trail. And I really enjoyed it. It was very humorous. And of course, there's a lot in there about Red Hot as well. And, you know, one of my favorite moments, you know, I had watched his YouTube videos, of course, of his thru hike, as I know many of y'all did. One of my favorite moments was the bee incident, the bee gauntlet. I just thought that was real funny. But he mentions, of course, that in the book and many other kind of behind the scenes stories to his YouTube channel. So that made it even that much more interesting to me. Another thing he mentioned was about how he does his videos, and he said that his policy was to do everything in one take, just always in one take. Of course, that makes me think of Grumpy. You know, Grumpy, when we hiked the AT for a while there together, he'd always say, well, I don't have the budget for 2 takes. Got to do everything in 1 take. So if I was ever going to be in a video, the pressure was definitely on to get it in 1 take. He didn't have the budget. So anyway, so it was a fun read. And just wanted to tell Sam I Am, if you watch this, that, you know, I grew up in Texas, I live in Texas. My grandma made the best sweet tea in the South. Just wanted you to know that. Good Sunday morning, everybody. Well, without any further ado, let's go get on the scale. Last week, the big weight was on 200, the small one was on 13. And so when I got on the scale this morning, it did not have any room to go the left way. It didn't go the right way either, so I weighed exactly the same as I did last week. Sometimes it just happens that way. Well, it's always good when I don't gain anything, that's for sure. But it was a good week still because my walking has gotten better. It's faster, and I can walk further, and I don't use my cane nearly as much. So definite improvement this week on that. So it was still a good week. Looking forward to next week. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the videos, and I will see you next week.